All right, shalom, shalom. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Brakatham. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Brother Yatazadak back once again with another live lesson. As always, giving all honor and glory unto Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Ba'ashim Brakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. We are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. Great Millstone Hebrew Israelite Camp has the 100% truth. All right. We are in the last days. The last days means what? The end of an era, the end of an age, the end of the Esau Edom, his world, which he is a so-called white man. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is written in the Holy Bible. Isaac had two sons, Esau and Jacob. We descend from the tribes of Jacob, the 12 tribes of Israel, which consist of the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, of indigenous Negro and Taino descent. All right. Esau Edom came out all red like a hairy garment, Genesis 25 and 25. This is who you call the so-called white man, the cracker, the demon, right? The man that has removed the bounds of the people, pushed confusion in the earth. We are in America, Babylon the Great. All right, the RFID chip is the mark of the beast. Revelation 13 and 16 says he calls it both small and great, rich and poor, to receive a charagma in the right hand and in the foreheads. All right. So that's right. We're going to words. We're going into the prophetic word, speaking the things that would come to pass in these latter days. All right. The biblical prophecies coming to life. The remnant of the nation of Israel waking up to their nationality. All right. 2/3 of you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans are going to be coerced into conforming to the New World Order, taking the RFID chip, submitting into the new system, which the Lord is going to throw that down. His name is Yahweh. It's not Jehovah. It's not Yahuwah. His name is Yahweh. All right. Ba'ashem means in the name in the ancient Hebrew language. Yahweh Shai Hamashayach is who you call Jesus Christ. His name, that's not even how you say his name, Jesus Christ. That comes from the Greek. The New Testament was written in the Greek. All right, we are Hebrews, we are Israelites, the children of the prophets. 2/3 have been blinded to this truth. Why? Because they love this world. They do not want to be corrected. All right, they hear, but they do not understand. The Lord has not opened their ears. All right, onto the what is happening in these last days. All right, which this is not like any other time. This is not, all right. This is not, you know, this isn't gonna be, all right, easy like the Lord said. The Lord said, "Wide is the gate to destruction; straight and narrow is the way unto life." Which starts with receiving the words of the Lord, all right, which tell you the things that will come to pass, all right. What the Lord instructed you to do is to keep the laws, all right, statutes and commandments, which is the Torah. You have the day of rest. You have the high holy days. Passover is coming up, all right, and you have faith, which the remnant would have in the last days. All right, the remnant being delivered right before, right after the RFID chip is implemented. World War III is written in the Holy Bible, also known as the Third Woe. And the Lord is going to bring thermonuclear fire upon America, Babylon the Great. All right. But before that, the elect will be delivered by the chariots of the Most High God, which are the so-called UFOs, UAPs. All right. They're actually the holy angels. Yahweh Shai Hamashayach is who you call Jesus Christ, not a so-called white man. He doesn't have dog hair. He's not pale. He's a so-called black man. He's a Judite. Not he's not African. African and African American is not the same. The biblical Africans come from the sons of Ham, which they look different, they act different, they got like a more of a savage spirit on them. They look weird. They they have different customs. The Negroes and the Africans are not the same. See, Noah, after the flood, had three Hams: Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Japheth are the Hawaiians, the Polynesians, the Samoans, the original Greeks. You have Ham. He is the biblical Africans. The Lord put a wild beast-like spirit on them. All right, the original wild boys. And then you got Shem. From Shem comes Ishmael, which are the so-called Arabs. Moab, which are the so-called Chinese. Ammon, they're the so-called Japanese. You have so out of Jacob came the 12 tribes. The tribe of Judah, which are the so-called Negroes. You have Benjamin. They are the West Indians. Levi, the Haitians. Simeon, the Dominicans. And then you have the lost tribes, the Hispanic tribes. The which is let's get that real quick. 12 tribes chart. So you have Ephraim, the so-called Puerto Ricans. Manasseh, they are the so-called Cubans. Zebulon, which are the ancient Mayans from Guatemala to Panama. Gad, the North American native Indians. Reuben, they are the Seminole Indians. Asher, which are the ancient Inca indigenous tribes from Colombia to Uruguay. Issachar, the so-called Aztecs, the indigenous Mexicans. Naphtali, from Argentina to Chile. Biblical tribes, the sons of Jacob. All right, which we are in the land of our last captivity. The majority being destroyed by continuing to follow the so-called white man's way, which he is the devil that the Bible speaks of. All right, Esau is the so-called white man. He's the twin brother of a man named Jacob. So this is about Jacob, Esau, and enmity between these two nations, our nation and these crackers. All right, which he has pillaged, plundered the earth. All right, you got the Africans and starving in Africa. You got so-called Japanese little girls. He dropped atomic bombs on them. If you go into the history, their ears got melted off, and he went to Africa and chopped little kids' hands off. All right, he went to the Spaniards, which they're Edomites, same lineage as the so-called white man. They went and robbed Mexico of the gold, Honduras of silver, Salvador, everything. They took everything. They raped, robbed, and murdered. They are demons. All right. You other nations are demons as well, because that's what you nations are about. You're about calling upon demons. All right. The so-called white man, the nations. Psalms 83. The nations have conspired to cut us off from being a people. So they're not your friends. They are not your friends. All right. All this is since the scamdemic. All right. The attack has been, the number one focus has been you Jakes, short for Jacob. All right. You so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. And you're either going to get it or you're not, which the Lord didn't give it to you. All right. So 2/3 will be cut off in the time of Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble is coming, Jacob's trouble is here. Whether you like it, believe it or not. All right. But anyways, that's about 10 minutes for the introduction. Let's just go ahead and go into the live lesson. All right. Shalom to the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000 of the nation of Israel. All right. Those that will be delivered, those that return to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, in righteousness and in truth. All right. And Lord willing, you're edified. So let's get right into it. We left off at Jeremiah 31, chapter 31, verse 14. So let's see. We'll start at verse 13. So it says, Then thou shalt rejoice. She shall rejoice, the virgin, and dance, and the choice men and the elders together. And I shall turn to their mourning unto joy, and will comfort them, and they shall rejoice from their grief, which reads, Az Vashamach Batawala Bama Machal Wabakarium Wazaquanium Yachadwa Wahapaktaya Abalam La Shashan Wana Hamathium Washamak Tayum Maya Ganam. So what does that mean? The Lord is going to turn back our captivity. All right. And that's what's written, that our captivity would be turned back. We will return to the former days. What does it say in the book of Jeremiah? To seek the former days. It says, ask your fathers and they shall tell thee. All right. Which they are as a guide. But the number one guide is the prophecies, the word of the Lord, which tells you what would come to pass in these latter days, the events that would transpire. All right. What the Lord said would happen concerning Jacob is chosen, which 2/3 you're gonna die because you're not gonna return. All right. What does it say in the book of in the book of not Saint John, but in the book of Romans, that to enjoy sin for a little season, all right, they chose rather to basically sell out. All right. Why? Because you don't believe, you don't have faith. All right. You trust in man, you don't trust in the Lord God of hosts, Yahweh. All right. So it says, and I will satiate the soul of the priest with fatness, which is dashan. That word actually means residue. All right. When you cook, there's a residue. All right. When you got res. It's called res. Right. That remaining of a thing. You know, if you know, you know. But it's talking about what is left from something that is cooked, a residue. All right. It says that my people, unto my goodness, they shall be satisfied, saith the Lord. So the Lord is going to turn back the mourning to joy, comfort them. All right. Because Jake in the world doesn't know what the hell's going on. You don't know what the hell's going on. You don't know what the plan is of these wicked elite. All right. You don't know that you're a target. All right. You don't know you're being singled out. All right. It says, so it reads, Warai Yathya Napash Ha Kahanyum Dashan Wa Amya Atha Tabya Yashabai Wa Naam Yahweh. So it says, Thus saith the Lord, a voice of Ramah is heard, which that word is Nahaya. Let's go into the Strong's Hebrew Concordance, which means an elegy. Weeping bitter of bitterness, or weeping bitter. Rachel weeping concerning her children. They uh, because they are not, which is ma'ana, to be comforted concerning her sons, or Salakia refused to be comforted concerning her sons because they are not. That goes back to Herod putting to death the firstborn when he heard that Yahushai, right, was born, right, in Bethlehem, born in captivity in the ancient Roman Empire. We're in Rome all over again. This is Rome all over again. The days of the week, the months, it all has to do with Rome. All right. This is Rome number 2. This is Egypt number 2. Look at the back of your dollar bill. You got an Egyptian pyramid. You got a melting pot of cultures in America, Babylon the Great. All right. So it says Ka Amar Yahweh, Qual, Ba Ramah, Na Shemai, Nahaya, Bakya, Tha, Merarium, Rachal, Mabaka, Al Banya, Ma'ana, Laha, Nacham, Al Banya, Kaya, Ayen Nawa. Verse 16 says, Thus saith the Lord, refrain your voice from weeping and your eyes from tears, because it shall be a reward for your work, saith the Lord, and it shall come again, and it shall come again from the land of the enemy, which is why we're laboring in the word, prophesying, teaching, preaching, trying to reach the elect. We're not reaching, we're preaching, bringing out the prophecies, calling these false Hebrew Israelite camps, IUIC, ISUPK, Sakari, all right, that have a 501c3 tax exempt status, like your local Christian Catholic pastor. So we're not preaching Christianity to you, Catholicism, Islam. We're giving you the 100% truth, as it is written, as the Lord has put in our mouth. All right. And this is not a game. This is not a joke. All right. We're telling you what the Lord will bring. You see, the Lord in that day, like it says in the scriptures, it will be darkness and not light. All right. You're going to take the RFID chip and you're going to get cancer. You have 5G towers giving you cancer already. The food that you eat. All right. These electric cars are made of what is it called? That element is called I forgot what it's called, but it reacts to your body reacts to it. It has it affects your cognitive, your behavior. All right, and these damn devils know. All right, it's not lead. It's something else. It's and everything is defiled. GMOs. You got the skies. All right, Esau's got planes in the skies, polluting the air. All right, the minds of the children are defiled. You, Jakes. All right, everything you consume is frying your head. You're frying. You're basically you're retarding yourself. All right, TV, pop culture. Every time you got a phone up to your face, that's frying your brain. All right, that is the plan of these crackers to make you to make you stupid. All right, or to get you to turn out of the way. All right. So it says, Ka Amar Yahweh, Manaya, Kwalka, Ma Bakya, Wa Ayanyaka, Ma Damaya, Kaya Yasha, Shakar, La Payalathka, Naam Yahweh, Washabwa, Ma Rataza Ayab. So our hope is that we be delivered out of the land of the enemy. All right. Now it's going to come when the Lord brings World War III, martial law, FEMA camps, universal basic income. All right. You have what's called digital currencies being established. You have, all right, which is basically socialism. All right. If you don't know what that is, look it up. To come again from the land of the enemy, because our work is not done until the Lord brings the judgment. All right. Which is not just going to be in America, Babylon the Great. It's going to be throughout the whole earth. The Lord is going to scorch the earth. All right. Verse 17, and there is a collectiveness or a collection, which is another way to say hope, unto your latter end, saith the Lord, and they shall return the sons unto their border, which is Jerusalem, the holy city, our holy land, the lost tribes. All right. You heathens are in our land. Okay. The majority of you, which we call you small hats and Palestinians, which the real Palestinians are the Hamites, the biblical Africans. But now that they call, the Arabs call themselves Palestinians. And that's a lie. They're liars. All right. And we don't deal with none of what's going on over there because those are all heathens. And all that is is controlled opposition. You see, they're not actually fighting. They're actually in cahoots, just like the other nations with the so-called white man to oppress God's chosen people, which we are God's chosen people. All right. So it says, why yasha'a taqwa la kharya yatka na'am Yahweh wa shabwa panyam la gabalam. Verse 18, surely I have heard Ephraim be moved, as in bemoaning himself. All right. Saying, thou hast rebuked me, and I was rebuked. Because that's what Ephraim represents, the Hispanic tribes. All right. The lost tribes, the remnant, which are returning to the truth. All right. That's not talking about Ephraim, the son of Joseph, actually saying that. That's actually him bemoaning himself. You know, those that come to the understanding and seek Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, understand the prophecies written in the book, martial law, FEMA camps, World War III, the RFID chip. 2/3 have to be destroyed. Then you understand that there are reproofs and rebuke involved with that. It's not just about the fringes. You don't just come in and wear the fringes. All right. We're not dealing with no yarmulkes. The yarmulke is not written in the Bible. Okay. We're not Jewish. We're talking about the biblically, the sons of Jacob, the tribes of Israel. All right. And that's a sobering thought, isn't it? All right. And we're not just saying it because we want to say it, because we were supposed to say it, but that's because the Lord is putting it in our heart. He's making us do this, just like you heathen, you wicked, you other nations, goys, like the small hats call them. The Lord is making you do what you're doing. Okay. Esau Edom likes to call it providence. All right. The eye, you know. But that eye is really a demonic spirit. The Lord sending demons to entice you because you're sick. You're not right. All right. And 2/3 will be enticed. And you're going to fall. End the story. All right. So it says, and I was rebuked like a bullock which is not learned. Turn me back, and I shall be turned back, because thou art the Lord my God, which is what the remnant of the Hispanic tribes are saying. All right. Our people still got this horseshoe at the entrance of your house. You got a Virgin Mary statue, candles around it. That's not going to save you. The book of Zechariah says that your gold, your silver will not save you. All right, your idols will not save you. All right, your idols will not save you in the day of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right. So basically, let's talk about the remnant saying, okay, I repent. Instruct me, O Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, which is through the Spirit. All right. You're going to receive the correct doctrine. If you're in IUIC, if you're in ISUPK, Sakari, the Lord is not dealing with you. All right. Because these brothers, Sakari teaches that the RFID chip is the mark of the beast, but they're not given the proper representation, and they're not touching on the main prophecy, which is the RFID chip. All right, the mark of the beast. IUIC tells you keep the laws, but they're clearly teaching wayward doctrines. ISUPK is ISUPK, and they ain't really telling you what it will come to Salakia, come to pass in these latter days. All right. So it says Shammai Taya Aparium, Mata Nadad, Yasarath Naya, Wa'asar Ka'igol La'a Lamad, Hashayab Naya, Wa'a Shaba Kaya Ata, Yahweh Alahaya. Verse 19, because afterwards I turned, and I repented, and afterwards I knew, I smote. That's that word sapak again, meaning to clap. Either clap your hands or clap the thigh. I clapped upon the thigh in my shame, and even I was disgraced, because I had bear the reproach from my youth. Meaning, we always knew, because there's righteous men of the Hispanic tribes. We always knew something was off. All right. Me personally, I grew up in the Catholic Church, so I would always sit there and just wonder, well, what are they talking about? They're not saying nothing. You know, I would fall asleep in church because I knew something was off with these these Edomites, because that's where the Edomites at in your church, in your local church. We are the church, all right, the men of the Lord. We are the church. The scriptures say that the Most High does not dwell in buildings made with hands, all right, which is why it says in the book of St. John that the kingdom of heaven is within you, meaning it starts with you receiving the understanding, the word. All right. Then you see everything for what it is, which is BS, a veil. All right. A mirage. That's basically what America Babylon the Great is a mirage to so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. Yeah, there was a time where things were kosher, even with the other nations, but now there's a demonic spirit in the earth, even amongst you other nations. All right, you other nations, you sense what's going on, because you're part of that council to oppress our people. But back then it wasn't really like that, But now the Lord is changing the how do you say it the tune, all right, and it's not all good anymore, all right, because we are in the last days, the last times. All right, now there's an urgency, all right, for you nations, Esau, Edom, to uh, perform your particular counsels, your enchantments, which it was done back then on a lesser scale. Now everything is ramped up. Now it's no longer a secret. Now it's more blatant because that's the Lord working through the hearts of men. All right. And that is the cue, number one cue that you, Jake, should have to where you should say, okay, well, this isn't, it's not, I'm not the only one, you know, this isn't just, you know, this isn't just an isolated incident, because it's not. All right. We don't even got to say that because you, Jakes, know. So it says, Kaya, Karya, Shabya, Nacham Taya, Wa Karya, Ha Taya, Sapak Taya, Al Yarak, Ba Shatia, Wagam, Na Kalam Taya, Kaya, Na Sha'a Taya, Harap, Harapath, Na Arya. Verse 20, a son precious is unto me, Ephraim. Lo, a child of rejoicing, as in even a child of rejoicing, all right? Because we're part of the tribes. See, there's an order in the tribes. You have the heads, you got the southern kingdom, and then you got the northern kingdom. All right, we play a part as well. All right. So it says, because from the time which I had spoken in him, surely I remember him, even upon so they're disquieted my bowels for him. All right, because it wasn't just about Southern Kingdom; it was about Northern Kingdom. Although Northern Kingdom went off the most, but this was to put Jake in his own lot. All right. See, the Northern Kingdom went off. They went to the Assyrian back captivity. Then he went to the Americas, and they were exposed to other elements. All right. southern kingdom was supposed to stay in Jerusalem. They were going through various captivities. They would return throughout time, and the Lord put them through the worst, which is why um, the Negroes, the Haitians, the Dominicans, what they would do during slavery, they would put them in various islands, sugar mills. What they did, with the Spaniards did with the northern tribes. You see, we have the same history. That's what the white man doesn't tell you, the so-called white man. All right, they would put them, and then they were brought to America and hung, raped, murdered, robbed, the children taken. Same with the Hispanic tribes, because you read that in the book of Hosea. All right, and you still see that happening today with the Northern Kingdom, with the Hispanic tribes. All right, so the Lord, He says that we're His pleasant children, but like a father, He's as harsh as He is loving. All right, which, what does that mean? That means when you have a son, you you not you abuse him, but you get to the point to where people may think it's abuse, but when he comes up and when he grows some nuts, he knows how to handle his he knows how to control his emotions. All right, and be a man. All right, not be emotional like a woman. All right, because that's what you get with reproofs, rebuke. All right, you know how to hold your nuts. All right, and that's what the Lord has been doing. All right, putting Jake through hell, but that's because we are, all right, we went off. All right, we did worse than the heathen back then. All right, so it says, surely I shall be merciful unto him, saith the Lord. Meaning the promises say that we're going to be called back. All right. And although the majority of you Jakes, you hear that, you don't want to hear it. All right. Because you think it's the wrong time. This is the wrong time. Now, you know, they're giving Jake more opportunity, and you Jakes want to go to destruction, because that's what it is. You know, that's all that you're being led to, is to the slaughter. All right, to more lies, more dumbing down, brainwashing. You're a specimen to these demons, to these dogs, because that's all they are, dogs. Like their father, dogs. They're not our people. They're not your friends. They are dogs. All right, which says Haban, Ya, Quayar, Laya, Aparyam, Aim, Yalad, Shai, Shayam, Kaya, Madya, Tabarya, Bawa, Zakar, Zakar Nawa, Iwad, Al Khan, Hamwa, Maya, Lawa, Raham, Raham Nawa, Naam Yahweh. So it says, appoint unto thee waymarks, which is Tazaya 1. That word just means monument. All right. Which the monument is this truth. The elect, the remnant, are that monument. The 12 tribes chart, which is written in Ezekiel chapter 37. There's two sticks coming together. That is the monument, the waymark. A waymark is like when you're on the highway and you see a mile count, quarter mile counter, half a mile counter, which in the compute in the world of computation, in the world of computers, you call them pings. All right. In the world of gaming, you call them game points or game saves, game save data, which is another way to say memory and remembrance, which is why Zion is known as a city of remembrance. Zion literally means monument. All right. Waymarks, it says, make unto thee high heaps, which that word is tha mararium, meaning a pillared guide board high heap, which the root thamar means a palm tree. All right. Sometimes thamar is described as a billow of smoke, which the Lord is going to, and that's what you do when you're asking for help, when you're on a deserted island. A high heap is a pillar of smoke, which we are offering a sacrifice, which gives off a odor that the heathen don't like. All right, that smoke is going up unto the Lord, which is our prayers, which is known as incense in the book of Revelation. All right, for those that are actually hitting the books, studying, praying, fasting, keeping the Sabbath day, keeping the laws, calling upon Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, righteousness and the truth. All right. And that's why you got these distractions out in the world, because all this is just to get you to, all right, not set your mind onto like it says here, to set your heart toward the highway. The highway is where the men of the Lord are preaching. All right. Even the internet is known as a data highway. All right. Which through this the YouTube is like Elder Apostle Tahar says, is doing the heavy lifting. All right. Some of us are on the highways and byways. Some of us, we also will do the sit downs. All right. And the word is going out, which those are the high heaps. All right. Because the high heaps, the waymarks, right? The fact that we're telling you you're of these various tribes, the high heaps, meaning we're not speaking the same thing as these other religions. We don't deal with religion. We deal with scriptures as it is written, the prophecies, things written come to pass. Thus saith the word of the Lord. All right. Even the way which thou wentest, turn again. All right. Because the Lord is going to refine us until we return to our holy land. All right, which is going to happen when we're delivered. All right, we're going to be turned again, and that's what Yahushua said. He said, "Thou shalt not go over all the cities of Israel." All right, till the coming of the Son of Man, the Black Messiah. All right, I know I'm not talking about white Jesus. We're talking about the tribe of Judah, the African Americans. That's the lineage of the Messiah. His hair was white like wool. That means he had woolly hair. He wasn't white. Okay? He wasn't the colonizer. He doesn't look like the colonizer. Okay? He doesn't look like the African either. He looks like he's a Negro. Jake, our people, the ones with the same history, the ones with the same history of slavery, the ones that are the mostly oppressed, the ones that came on chains to America and were sold, just like we went through a captivity. All right, that's the greatest secret never told, is that we're of the same people. All right, but yeah, you got perpetrators that want to act like us just because you got our color. All right, and that's what the other nations do. You got Arabs, you got Hawaiians, you got some of these Africans trying to be like us. That's fine. All right, but the Lord is not dealing with you. All right, the Lord is not dealing with you. The Lord is dealing with His chosen, according to the seed, according to, and 2/3. You're gonna be destroyed because you deserve it. All right. So it says, "Turn again unto these thy cities," which reads, "Ha tazayabya laka tazayanyam shamya laka tha mararyam shatya labka lama salah darak thamararyam shatya labka la masala darak." Or salak, yeah, I went over that twice. "Halakath shabya bathawalath yashar Allah shabya al aryaka alha," which basically means, "Place unto thee uh, monuments, place unto thee." Um, Basically, you can just say signals. Place unto your heart, unto the highway, which masala means to cast up, the way which thou shalt walk. Turn back, O daughter of Israel, virgin daughter of Israel. Turn back into your cities, these, which starts with the word. All right. And then ultimately, the Lord is going to deliver us. All right. Verse 22, "Even until what time shalt thou um hamak," that word is to go about, facilitate, vacillate, vacillate. Let's look at that real quick. To alternate, that's a good synonym. To alternate. Until when? Till how long shalt thou alternate, O daughter backsliding? Because he had created the Lord a new thing, which is Hashad, Hadash, in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. All right. Meaning the women will be exalted. The women will be used against you. The women, and ultimately, when things hit the fan, a lot of these women are going to come to you. All right. That's Isaiah, what, chapter 4. And in that day, verse 1, "And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, We will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel, only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach." All right. So that glory is really within reach. All right. Because the Lord is going to confound the nations. He's going to confound Esau. All right. The Wadi Yahweh Bashim Yahushai for this truth. right? This marvelous light, all right, for giving us back, all right, our heritage, you know. So right now it just seems like we're at the that we're getting the short end of the stick, but best believe our work will be rewarded. All right. That's what the scriptures say. That's what the Lord said he would do. And he's not a man that he should lie. All right. Trust and believe. All right. And you nations know that, but you can't acknowledge that right now. And that's fine. All right. But you will eventually acknowledge the power of the Most High God, Yahweh. All right. And we see you. I, I know you see you. We know you see us. And guess what? We can't go past what the Lord has said. Everyone's doing what they should. This is the part of this is the part where everyone is in their place. All right. Call halal Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All right. Who are we to rebel against what where the Lord has placed us? Who are we to rebel against his will? O God of Israel, the creator of all souls. All souls are in his hand. All right. And this is the plan, is for you, the remnant, to understand the times that we're in. All right. It's a beautiful time that we're in. All right. Everyone is present. The wedding is furnished. At the wedding, meaning a wedding venue has a location. The guests are invited. All right. Some of you heathen are kind of are crashing the wedding, you know, and everything is set. The Lord said the kingdom is prepared. Watch. All right. But 2/3, you're not going to want to watch. You're going to watch over your, like it says in the parable in the book of St. Matthew. All right. One says, I have to go buy and sell. Another one says, I have to tend after my herds. There was a man that told Yahushai, I believe that's in the book of St. Luke, suffer me to bury the dead. Yahushai said, let the dead bury the dead. Go and preach the kingdom. All right. Take up your cross. All right. So it says, Ad Mathiah Tha Tha Hamakian Habath Ha Shabah Kaya Bara'ah Yahweh Hadashah Bat Ratazah Nakwabah Tasabab Gabar. So with that, that's pretty much it. We're gonna continue, Lord willing, after verse 22. So Lord willing, you were edified. That's pretty much it for now. And I'm going to make another video soon. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Barakatam. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. To you sincere Akim and Akwaf, stay up. Shalom. Abad Babal. Shalom.